Hello, hey guys, hello. It's Thursday, it's the first of the month, and it has been an incredibly exciting morning. It's awesome. There's a lot going on. I'm going to try to keep this super concise because my to-do list today is long. And as you guys jump on, say, hey, if you have specific questions about your VIP group or about anything that I talk about in this little Tid Bit Thursday, post them below. If the little live thingy is live, I'll try to answer those questions while I am here live. If this little red hoochie-madoodie is gone, that means this isn't live anymore. It's a recording, but of course I'll get notified. Sorry, I just got a text from a friend that says my face is shiny. Help me. Sorry. I've got something for that. So if this little guy is gone, I'll get notified, and I will come back this afternoon and answer questions if there are any. So today, I'm Beth. Hi. Hi, people. How's it going? I am Beth Griffin. I'm an Orange Status presenter with Unique, and I am here today in our beautiful, wonderful, amazing team group with Tid Bit Thursday, and I'm going to be talking to you guys as briefly as I can manage about your VIP group, which is your closed or secret group on Facebook. Super important in our business, of course. Make sure that setting on your VIP group is set to either closed or secret. I like mine closed so that people can still find it, but of course, not public, because that's just not how we roll. So hello, hey. So I'm gonna give you guys 3 tips, or I'm gonna break this down into 3 topics. And I'm gonna give you a little backstory. So I started with Unique as a hostess. I tried the mascara and I loved it. And then my sponsor offered a party and I said yes. So I started as a hostess. She created the group. I added everybody on the planet. I know we don't do that anymore. I started in September of 2014, so things were different. And it was about 300 people in the group, had an awesome beginning to my party. It was so awesome I decided to sign up, so then I kind of took the reins on the group and it became my VIP group. It was originally my party and then it became my group. So there was about 300 people in it, my Facebook friends, my family, of course, like everybody that I currently worked with at the time, all that jazz. And I mostly from that point would just post, you know, whatever, like a lot of graphics, like corporate, you know, of corporate. Like this morning when the kudos came out, right? Like you guys saw that everywhere. It was the splashy, mine's in my bathroom, splash graphics, whatever. I would post stuff like that. I would post pictures of other presenters wearing products and just unique, all day, every day. Okay? And that is my tip number 1, is to be consistent, meaning you do want to be active in your group on a daily basis. However, there are a few ways to be consistent. What I was doing, I began to notice over time, over the course of the almost 3 years I've been doing this. It started with that original about 300 people, and people were leaving the group. You know, I was posting just randomly. There was not much thought behind my posting. So while I was being consistent, and in my head I thought, you know, I was posting at least 3 times a day. I was really excited, so I had excitement and consistency, but I still wasn't seeing retention. People were not staying in the group, and I also wasn't seeing people join the group. The group was not growing. So right around when it hit around, I want to say like 100 and something, so it originally was like 300, then it got to be like 100 and low hundreds, like 115, I guess. It dawned on me that I might need to change some things up. Because just consistently posting like I was not working. So I kind of stepped back and thought about the group. And thought about what was the value that I was giving people in the group. So that's when I switched it up. My tip number 1 though is stay consistent. Okay, so definitely try to get in there at least once a day. You know, if you skip a day, stuff happens, but really do try to be present in your group once a day. And I'm going to give you some tips on what to post next, because consistency doesn't really do what you want it to do if it's random. If you're just, hey, if you're just grabbing something off Instagram, or you see something fly by on your news feed that's a graphic that some other presenter made, and you just throw that in there in the morning when you wake up with no personal touch, it's kind of like screaming into the wind, I have found in my personal experience. That has not been fruitful for me. And I've heard from many of you that I've chatted with over my time with Unique that you have the same experience. So consistency is important when the content is there to support it. So tip number 1 is be consistent. Don't leave them hanging. It is, I call okay, Haley Rice, this is me. Sorry, squirrel mode. Jen gets me. Haley Ragsdale posted something in one of her groups a while ago and said in a sentence, and this is something I'd love for you guys all to do, and do it in comments below, okay? In one sentence, pretend I'm not a Unique presenter, pretend I'm some random person that you want to connect with. Why should I be in your VIP group? Okay? One sentence, put it in comments below. I challenge everyone to do this. No matter what, white status, pink status, purple status, black status, I don't care. One sentence. Why? Why should I be in your group? What is the value for me as a person? So when she posted that, that was kind of a moment for me. I thought about it, and I commented on her post, and I realized, why should people be in my group? Well, it's where I can complain about my mother-in-law because she'll never see it. And I do in my group. And it's kind of like a secret society. Like, my group is kind of like a tree house or a clubhouse. Like, it's a place that you hear everything first. I give my group members first access to everything before I put it on my profile or before I put it in an email. They have first access. It's where I am, totally unfiltered. And I encourage everyone in the group to do the same. So I want you guys to kind of think about what it is that your group brings to its members. One sentence. It's a good challenge for today. Drop it in comments below if you already know. Go for it. But if not, maybe write some things out and think about what it is. Why? One reason. Why should people join your group? So that was a big moment for me. And once I wrote out that sentence and realized what the group was for me and what I wanted it to be for the group members, I started to see things change in the group. I started to see engagement and interaction go up because I was putting into the group what I wanted to get out of it. I hope that makes sense. Sorry, I'm recovering from a kid cold. Tip number 2, if you're hanging in there with all my wooshiness. Tip number 2, something that I started doing right around that time, and maybe even a little bit before that, is every single month I pick a theme. Okay? This is how I kind of keep my S together, because you can see I am one of those people whose brains goes 17 directions a second. So in order to stay consistent, provide real value to my group members, and post stuff that they want to comment on, that they want to share, that they want to engage with, the best way for me to do that with this brain is to pick a theme and stick with it. Okay? And it's not, I don't mean my theme this month is not splash. No. Last month, my theme, and it's always something very personal. So Cara Lewis Newton will always tell you guys that. Yeah, she could post her party script, every single word of it. She could invite you to a party. You could watch her do it. That's her. It has to be you. So for me, my themes are ultra, ultra, ultra personal. So last month, I will tell you, I'll tell you all my themes. But if it's not something that you personally connect with, they won't connect with it. So last month was Mother's Day. Easy. You can make it maternal, right? There are a lot of people in my group that are not mothers. And something that I had going on here in my personal life was we had planted a butterfly garden. And I was learning about the butterfly life cycle and all the caterpillars, and I had just recently learned that when, and I'm sorry to science on you guys, when a monarch caterpillar is ready to transition from the caterpillar stage to the chrysalis stage, the chrysalis is like already inside, and it hangs upside down, and here comes science. Its skin rips open and the chrysalis pushes through, okay? And this was like this huge thing for me. I was like, okay, this is what we do in this business. Like, we help people bring out the butterfly that's inside, and sometimes that's painful. Sometimes your skin's got to rip a little bit, you know? Sometimes you got to get dirty before you can connect with who you really are, you know? There was a lot of Moana going on in there too. But that's what happens in my VIP group, okay? The theme is not the kudos. I tried that, did not work with my people. Maybe it works with your people. It did not work with my people. My people could have given no less S's about a kudos on a month. I still share the kudos, believe me, but in a really different way. So that was May theme. What were some of my others? Oh, okay, like when we had the last Splash kudos in February, where it was like Splash and Splurge, okay? Jen Zucker had posted something about how wearing color on your lips is scientifically proven to elevate your mood. So I went with that, and it was more like lip love and like how can color help like brighten your life and stuff like that. Okay, so I do that usually, you know, I try to do it like at least a week before the month starts. I think about my theme, and then it makes posting consistently really easy because I know the theme in my head, and that's what's going on in the group all month. So like last month, you know, I would know, okay, it's morning, I wake up every morning, I post in my VIP group, I need an inspirational quote. Easy. You Google a quote that goes with your theme. So they get that, it becomes more cohesive. It feels like a more, they can feel the thought and energy that you're putting into it. So it becomes naturally more, something easier for them to engage with. So keep it really personal, and then think about like the value. Like, what are they getting out of that theme? How does it enrich their lives in some way? And then two more tips on VIP groups. One is your content. Thinking about what your content looks like. I've already mentioned that I do not ever post corporate graphics or graphics really, period, in my group. Very, 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 very rare. It's almost always something that I create myself. I make all of my own content. And I make it look like something that you would see posted on someone's personal wall. Ever heard of LuLaRoe? Probably have. I am in a few LuLaRoe groups, and I noticed a few months ago that two of the women who sell the leggings, I was commenting on their posts that would just, as they'd come in my newsfeed. I wasn't going to the group. A post would come through my newsfeed. It was very engaging. I would comment on it, and then only later did I realize, I was like, oh dude, that wasn't a profile post. That was a VIP post. It was super personal though. It was like, you know, like my messy kitchen, and like, what's your, you know, like asking, it was always asking a question, sharing something personal, a moment from their day or their life, and then asking a question to engage. And as soon as I caught on to that, I was like, dude, this is not your profile, it's your VIP group. So it made me start doing that a little bit more, and instantly I saw engagement shoot up, because it's that peek into your private life, and a lot of times it's something that, you know, my profile is this storefront more so than my VIP group is. My VIP group gets a little bit more down and dirty. So that's the place where I will be more inclined to post something like that. So that's something to think about. Think about what the post is going to look like on someone's newsfeed. If you're lucky enough to please Facebook enough to have a post from your group show up on someone's newsfeed, if it's just a, you know, some picture of mascara that corporate cranked out, they're going to scroll right by it. If it's you telling a little bit of a story in one quick sentence and asking them a question, they're much more likely to not even think about where the post is coming from and write a comment or love it or like it. And then Facebook sees that and is like, oh hey, this content's good content. We'll put it on more people's news feeds. So that's something to think about. last but not least, let me see how I'm doing here. Okay, 14. Trying to 10 more seconds. Last but not least, growing your group. How to grow your group. So like I told you, my group started around 300, and right when it got to around the 100 mark, and I was like, oh, this is not going well. Something that I did to start getting 2 things. How am I? 1, 2, 3. 3 things to grow your group. Number 1, go live on your profile, folks. Hate to break it to you, but it helps, okay? So if you're not doing that, find the courage, find the strength, put some splash on, and hop on your profile. It's called a platform shift. It's an inner Facebook platform shift, but it's called a platform shift. What you're going to do is you're going to go live on your profile. Your VIP group is going to be tagged up at the top. You're going to mention that in your live, you are going to guide people from your profile into your VIP group, okay? I also encourage people to share the live videos that I post on my Facebook profile, mentioning my VIP group. So then it's like marketing my VIP group. I'm advertising for it in a way. It's number 1. Number 2, add your group link, the link to your group, to places like your Instagram, share it on your Snapchat. That's a legit platform shift. So you're going to be trying to gather your followers from Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Pinterest, whatever, and funnel them into your Facebook group as another place to connect with the real you. So make sure that, like, not the link to your unique website, folks. That website is a jungle, okay? It is a jungle. I almost never send people to my website directly, like just to my www. No. They get lost in there and then like put a million things in their cart and wander off into some wonderland wilderness and then text me 3 days later from Ulta telling me, I don't know what conceal, I'm at Ulta. And I'm like, you're at Ulta? What's happening? So no. When I guide people to a website, it's to my Facebook group and it's to Messenger so that I can work with them one-on-one. If they have a specific interest in a product or if I am marketing the kudos, I will create a bit link directly to that one product. People get lost on our website like a mofo. I'm telling you, it's like a vortex. Last but not least, final tip of the day before we're all 2 years older, multi-hostess parties in your VIP group. This was huge for me. I think there was a month where I grew my group by over 300 people doing that. It was one party. One party in my VIP group. Now please understand, I Carol Lewis Newton'd it, and I was very prepared. So this was something that I sat down, I wrote it out, I spent about 2 hours of my time, I invested 2 hours of my time into producing an experience for the people in my group. I created it, I don't even remember the theme, it might have been Lips and Lashes. Hello, perfect for this month. But what I did was I created the script, I had it all set, I was ready, I created a few like promotional videos, things to market the idea, which I did on my profile page and in my VIP group, and I extended the opportunity for the members of my group to be ambassadors. And I let them know that if they wanted to be an ambassador for this experience, that what they could do was message me. I would make them a personal link. They needed to invite, personally message, a minimum of 10 people to come join us for the experience in the group. And then, you know, like blah, 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 hostess rewards. I explained all that shenanigans as well. Like, yeah, you'll get free makeup, whatever. In a much more professional way. And that blew up. I think I had 21 hostesses, ambassadors, for that one event. And if you think about it, 21 women who invite 10 people to your group, hello, that's math, people. The kind I can do. So that's definitely something to try. None of it is fly by night. None of it is overnight. None of it is like instant, oh my gosh, now we have 500 more people in our group and we're rocking it out. I don't have that experience to share with you guys. No part of my unique journey has been like whiz bang like that. It's all been putting in the time, putting in the effort, really having it come from your heart and soul and sharing with these people who you are and why that's important for them to be a part of this. So I really hope that that was not too crazy and that it was helpful. I tend to be a little, but this is what they get in my group. I don't really do that. I try not to do this on my profile, but I do it in my group because they know me like this. So if you guys have questions, themes. Yay, I'm glad you love the theme idea. Awesome. Yeah, definitely highly recommend picking a theme, but action item, and I am going to put up a post here in Looney later today. I have to go pick up my children, but one sentence. Why? Why should I be in your group? And honestly, I've seen other presenters make videos that are amazing, and that's something else to think of, that where they advertise for their group and it's a top 10 list, like top 10 reasons why you need to be in my group, okay? Oh, of course, I mean, if anyone can follow this test, it's a lot. But I've seen those videos before, and I think that's awesome. Like, if you can start with the one sentence though, okay? Like, what's the number one reason? And then if you want to grow it from there, think of 9 more little reasons. Like, that's where I post the deals first. That's where I'll tell you how to wash your brushes. That's, you know, and there's a theme for the month, like clean it up. You know, I did that one month, and it was about, like, obviously the makeup bag clean out is an easy one. You can do that. It was like spring cleaning I did, but we got deep with it. Like, it was about, you know, cleaning out emotionally as well. So think about that too. Think about, like, going a little deeper than makeup, because that's what we are and that's what we do. It's not makeup, it's confidence. It's not makeup, it's emotions and it's connections and it's relationships. So as long as you keep that in the front of your mind and think of how you are providing value for others and how you are helping others, I guarantee you that with time and consistency, you are going to see amazing growth. And we do have our YouTube channel, Renee, and there's a lot of great stuff on it. Tess, if you'll post the link to the YouTube channel, that'd be rad. So guys, yeah, that's it. Tid Bit Thursday. I hope that that was helpful, and I will also, like, so post in comments here your one sentence, but I'm also going to create a photo word swag style prompt for that as well, for anyone who didn't want to sit through all of this. But that is the task of today, you know, aside from, like, selling 5 kudos, if you can swing it. That'd be cool too. But think about your VIP group, and the number one reason why should someone be a member of your VIP group? What's in it for them? I hope I helped you guys do something today that makes you feel absolutely beautiful, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.